RHB Islamic Personal Financing Eligibility Criteria. RHB Islamic banks offer Islamic personal financing exclusively to government servants and government pensioners. This financing facility is not available to private sector employees, who may instead apply for conventional personal loans offered by RHB banks. This eligibility restriction is due to RHB banks' close collaboration with government agency, which enables direct salary or pensions deduction, lower credit risk, faster approval, and in this disbursement process more competitive financing terms as private sector. Employees do not have access to this government-linked deduction mechanism. They are not eligible for Islamic personal financing under this scheme. Tawarruk is a method used to provide cash financing in a Sharia-compliant way. Instead of lending money with interest, the bank uses a commodity-based transaction. In Tawarruk, the customer buys a commodity and then sells it to a third party to obtain cash. This structure ensures that the transaction is asset-backed, involve real ownership, and complies with Islamic principle. Murabahah contract. The first contract involved is Murabahah. Murabahah is a cost plus save where the bank sells a commodity to the customer at the original cost plus an agreed profit margin. The payment is usually deferred and made in installments. This contract allows the bank to earn halal profit while the customer knows the exact cost and profit from the beginning, ensuring transparent with fairness. Wakalah contract. The second important contract is wakalah. In wakalah, the customer appoints the bank as an agent to sell the commodity on their behalf. The bank then sells the commodity to a third party and the customer receives cash from the sale. This contract ensures the transaction is smooth while ownership is properly maintained, keeping the process Sharia compliant. Detailed Tawarruk financing process. The bank purchases crude palm oil from a step 1. Bank purchases broker, which is a real tangible asset commodity, ensuring the financing process in Sharia compliant. Step 2. Bank sells to customers. The commodity is sold to the customer at cost plus profit with deferred payment terms. At this point, the customer legally owns the commodity. And step 3. Customer appoints bank as agent. The customer appoints the bank under wakalah to sell the commodity to a third party broker for a cash, allowing the customer to immediately receive the financing amount. And step 4. Cash receipt. After the sale, the customer has access to the financing amount while maintaining Sharia compliance, as all transactions are based on real asset.
Types of RHB Islamic personal financing. So basically, we have two types of RHB Islamic personal financing, which is first we have personal financing I for pensioners, and second we have personal financing I for government servants. So for the personal financing I for pensioners, so they are designed specifically for retired government employees, allowing them access to financing based on pension payments. So, for the personal financing I for government servants, they are designed for active government employees, allowing them to finance personal need while using salary deduction as repayment. So, what are the key difference? The key difference, while both product follow tawarruk, murabahah, and wakalah contract, they differ in eligibility, repayment source, financing limit, and tenure. Personal financing I for pensioners. So what are the eligibility? So the eligibility is applicant must be Malaysian citizen, retired government pensioners for at least 3 years with a minimum pensions of RM1,500. So what are the financing terms? The financing range from RM5,000 to RM100,000 with a tenure of 10 to 3 years. This flexibility allows retirees to choose financing suitable to their needs and repayment ability. So next, repayment and protection. Payment are deducted directly from the pension, ensuring convenience and security. A takaful plan covers death or disability, so the family is protected and the financing is settled by the bank in case of unforeseen events. Personal financing I for government servants. So what are the eligibility? Applicant must be active Malaysian government servant with a minimum monthly salary of RM1,500, ensuring sufficient income to repay the financing. So what are the financing structure? Financing amount range from RM5,000 to RM200,000 tenure. Tenure is flexible from 2 to 10 years with flat profit rate based on the length of the repayment plan. So repayment and incentive. Monthly repayment is deducted from the bank account linked to salary. Customers who repay early are eligible for IBRAP or rebate, rewarding them for settling early without violation Sharia principle. So next we move to approval condition and late repayment policy. So approval requirement. Applicant must have clean CCRIS and CTOS records and a total financial commitment of no more than 60% of net income. No guarantee is required and approval is completed within 2 weeks, making it fast and accessible. So for the late payment policy, late payment incurs a 1% penalty which is channeled to social welfare to avoid riba. Customers who fail to pay for 4 months are reported to CCRIS and continue default for 6 months, lead to CTOS listing. So additional notes, the bank ensure all processes are Sharia compliant with protection for customer and clear rules for penalties. Early